Hey, what is up with you guys? Hope you are doing well. I'm Shwasizat and welcome you to my channel. So a few days back, I have uploaded my first B-roll video on this channel, and it was for a B-roll challenge which was hosted by Ankit Bhatia in collaboration with MusicBed. Anyway, I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to create something which I haven't made before. This video is also available on my Instagram, so you can go and watch it over there. So in this video, I'll be showing you the timeline of my video project. Basically the videos, the overlays, the adjustments, the music, the sound effects, and how everything constitutes of the main video. And it's basically a small fun video and some things that I want to share with you. And later on I will also talk about a few of the editing style and things that I have done with this video to give this video a shape. So let me show you the timeline of this video first. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching that timeline of my video. Now I just want to show you some things of how I did my edits, how I applied all those adjustment layers, how I did all those kind of color grading. So as you can see it in here, this is my footage. Now obviously this was my initial footage without those black bars to give this cinematic effect. Now obviously my video was like this. Now all those cinematic bars that you saw, it's obviously fake. Now to give our video a more professional cinematic look, we apply those bars, and there are a couple of ways you can do that. Now number one method is just to crop that video from top and the bottom. For that, what you can do is you can make sure you are in the effects panel, and even if you are just in your project panel, what you can do is come to this arrow and come to effects. In effects you can write crop and you drag it and drop it on your footage over here, and in here make sure you are again in the effect controls panel, and from here you can make adjustment to your crop. Now what I'm going to do is from top I'm going to do 13% crop, and from the bottom I'm going to do 13% crop, and that is how you can get those cinematic bars. But there is an easier way to do that. For that, what you can do is come to project panel. From here I'm going to extend it. Now come to this new item and select an adjustment layer, put it on top of your video, and as you can see, if I switch it on, adjustment layer in themselves are just a transparent layer, and you can basically apply it on your footage and make any changes you want on the adjustment layer, and all the changes you did on the adjustment layer will be visible on your original footage. That way your original footage is not undergoing through any change, and if you want, then you can also delete the adjustment layer if you want to get rid of those effects. I hope it makes sense, and I will clear this concept much more later on. So once your adjustment layer is over here, you again come to the effects panel with the crop selected, bring it on top of it, and then I'm going to crop this adjustment layer which is on top of this footage. So the top I will again make 13% crop, and for bottom 13% crop, and you again have this cinematic bars over the video. Now what is the advantage of having all those effects on our adjustment layer and not directly on our footage is that if you want to maybe change the position of the original footage, you can do it simply by coming in here and change the position, the x-axis, y-axis of the video. Maybe you want to change the scale of this video, anything, and by that your original footage is not affected with this adjustment layer. And maybe you don't want to use this cinematic bars again, or maybe you want to switch it on or off between your editing, you can simply do is make sure you are on the V2 and V2 panel, and you can basically toggle it off or on, and this is the advantage of working on adjustment layer. Now the next thing that I want to show you is how I applied my color grading and my color correction on these videos. So in here, as you can see, there are so many adjustment layers, and I really forgot to properly give them names so that it is more easy to understand. But I hope I can remember which one of these adjustment layers were for what. So this was my original footage out of my camera. Then I applied this cinematic bars. Then what I did is I did the color correction, which is this one, and then I color graded this video, which is this one. Then what I did is, as you can see in the middle over here, there is another adjustment layer, and it is for what? Now as you can see that in this particular shot, our yoke area is not looking that attractive. It's very faded out. I want to make this yoke area pop so that audience really like it, so that they can feel the deliciousness of this shot. So for that, what I did was I applied a masked saturation over only this yoke area so that our yoke area pops out. Selected an adjustment layer, put it on top of my footage, and now I came to this color panel, which is for color grading. Now if you don't know about it, I have just made a video recently which will be there in the description. So it's all about color grading, the basic color grading for beginners. Make sure to check that out. Now what I did was, on this adjustment layer, I basically pumped up the saturation till I felt like I'm liking the color of the yoke. What I also did was I increased the RGB curve to give much more taste to the color. And as you can see, the adjustment layer with the color effect is over here, but obviously we don't want this saturation and the color effect on our entire video, but only on the top of the yoke. So for that, what I did was I masked it out. And how to do that, it is make sure you are on the adjustment layer, and from this opacity panel, select create ellipse mask, select it, and as you can see, already an elliptical mask has been formed on our footage. Now drag it to the shape of your yoke, adjust it, put it on top of it. That's it. As you can see, that effect is only on the yoke area. Now you can also adjust the mask feather. Let's make it 20. Now I'm going to increase the saturation much more so that you can really see the difference. Maybe I'm going to increase the temperature a bit. And now I hope it's understandable. Now let me show it to you. This is before and this is after. So the next thing that I want to talk about is speed ramping. It's basically a process of beginning your video at a very high speed and then again ending your video at a very high speed, and having a normal or a slow motion at the bottom of the video. Now if you don't understand it, I know you can just search it up on Google or see YouTube. There are tons of videos about speed ramping. It's a process, it's a very creative process actually, but you need a lot of practice to get hold of it. Even I can say that I'm good at speed ramping, but the thing is that it's just all about trial and error. You have to go and work on your editing and you have to improve it. Now I have used a lot of speed ramping throughout this video. The one I just want to show you is these two shots, stove shot and this shot of keeping the pan. Now it is very easy actually. What you need to do is just click over here, come to the bottom of this list, go to show clip frames and go to time remapping and make sure that the speed is checked. Now you can see that our video have this line, a line on top. It's basically an indication of the speed of our video, and you can see if I drag it up and drag it down, there's a percentage that is coming. Now let me explain it to you. I have taken the video at 60 fps. Now 40% of 60 fps means 20 fps. That means if I reduce the speed of my video to 40%, then I'm going to get my video at 24 fps, which means a smooth slow motion. And for that, what I want to do is I want to bring the speed of this video up to low to 40%, then I will have a slow motion. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 2 points on the speed of this video, right? So one is over here, just control and click on it. Now this means that the speed of this video is divided into 3 parts, and now I want to work with each part in a different way. So the middle part you see is I'm going to decrease its speed down to 40%. Yes, and obviously as I decrease the speed of my video, that means my video duration got increased, right? And these 2 parts at the beginning, at the end, I'm just going to speed them up, increase their speed basically. And this blue area or the blue pointer that you see, you can basically split them up to create a gradual transition from the high speed to the low speed. Just click and drag it. Also here, click and drag it. Now once you have this rough adjustment, you can play it along the video, and you can make the points, you can adjust the points in your own way to give the transition from high speed to low speed, and then again to the high speed in a more proper way. So let me play this video for you. The thing is that you have to do the same with this with the second video. Now again, do the same process. Come to this list, go to show clip frames, time remapping, make sure the speed is checked, create 3 points, 1 point when I'm keeping the pan, and another point when the camera is moving away from the pan. Done. Now decrease the speed to up to 40% and increase the beginning and the end speed of the video. Now one thing you should do when you are doing time remapping, ending of your first video and the beginning of your second video have the same pace of speed. This ensures that your video have a very smooth transition with uniform speed. Now it will be something like this. You start the video, it's again slow motion, and then just when my brother kept the pan, I'm going to increase the speed. Make sure your video also ends with the same speed, or depending on the beginning speed of your next video. This will look like this. Let me increase the speed much more. I think much more. Yeah, now it's good. I'm going to make this gradual transition. Now if we look at the body of the video, it looks something like this. Something like this. Isn't it fun? Now obviously this video without any sound effects or music in the background looks dull. What you can do is go to the Google and search some sound effects and music for your own, or you can create some sound effects of your own, and then just add it to your video like this. And when everything is done properly and adjusted, this video combined with the sound effects and a tasty music, it looks something like this. And that's it for today, guys. Hope you have enjoyed this video and found this video helpful. Now if you did, don't forget to leave one of these below the video. Do comment, share with your friends, and please do subscribe to this channel because it means the world to me. And I'll be meeting you guys on my next video. Till then, take care. Bye.